Okay, and let's start it. Let me share my screen for the agenda. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, sorry that I put two agenda items in the in previous notes, so I moved them back. Okay, then we start from the first one. Pradesh.
Yeah, I know. So Samir asked me to add. There is basically lately there has been low attendance on Thursday's meeting. Do we still want to continue that meeting? And like I haven't seen any specific topics getting added to that meeting.
Yeah, I know. I also noticed recently we have very low attendance. But I think currently it's November. I think October or the months before we did have some discussions and people join. You see, for example, for previous meeting we also have some person because the Thursday meeting have a different scheduled in a different time zone, so maybe convenient for some people. For example, they are in the East Coast, so they will be able to join. And from my observation, I also see some different people join and also have a different discussion. Previously, we also have some. We have a dog writer in a different time zone. He want to discuss something. But recently, it's true, it's low attendance.
Like I'm in opinion that if people are not showing up, we can probably remove it, and if people start requesting us again, we can always add it back.
Any comment from other participants for this Thursday committee meeting?
I'm thinking we can start a vote in the Slack channel or in the GitHub discussion, since we as the meeting moderators for running those meetings, but it doesn't mean we can. It doesn't mean it is appropriate for us to decide whether we need those meetings. I'm thinking we can start a vote to get any potential participants from the community. If they choose that they want keep the second series, that we can keep it. If we don't get any willingness from the community, we can go ahead and cancel the second series for our weekly meetings.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point. Pradesh, since this you mentioned that Samuel want to add this topic for discussion, maybe Samuel or you can help to create an issue asking for a vote.
I'm not mean an issue, since this is not a functionality related discussion. I know Slack channel has the built-in feature for creating a poll. So I think maybe I can talk with Samir to create a poll in the Slack channel. And as you can see that I already created a Slack bot to automatically remind for committee meetings. We can do the similar thing to leverage the bot to create a poll and gather the vote results from the community.
I think Slack poll is a good way to collect participants for them to vote. But we also need to find a way to record these votes. So if we want to do it on Slack, anyway, we need to find a way to record these votes and the results, so that people, when they look back, they can they can trace the discussion and the history. I think we can cover both. Maybe after votes in the Slack, we can create an issue for recording, or we have a meeting notes repository, right? We can maybe also leverage that repository to create a PR to record these votes.
Yeah, sounds good. And alternatively, I think GitHub discussion also has the poll feature, which allows us to create a vote and provide options for users.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that's a discussion, maybe even better. So it's in GitHub, it's already tracked, right? So so we don't have a, yeah. Okay. So I'm not sure whether Feynman or you will work with Samuel for that, or you Pritesh, any idea from your side?
Yeah, I mean, anyone can do it. It's pretty simple. If you want, I can create that. Let me see if I can find that discussion. Which repo do we want to create this in? Do you know the repo? Meeting notes?
Yeah, maybe meeting notes, but that repository archived all the meeting notes. Yes. Yeah, maybe this is related to governance, right? So we can do it in the .github discussions.
Sounds good. I can take an action item to create a poll, and I will post a link of the poll in the Slack channel.
Yeah, you mean once you do that, you post the link in the Slack channel, right?
Yep.
So it is .github, right? Are we aligned with that? I can take a note. Another thing actually related to the meeting, maybe we can also considering this meeting chair rotation, because I have been chairing this meeting, I think, for a long time. I'm not saying I'm not willing to do that. I'm very passionate to do this and collecting the topics. It is just because I want to have more people, they can join and chair the meeting. So we have this diversity, right? So from my side, I can also learn. Maybe other people have a very good meeting moderating skills that I can also learn and grow from other people, and the community can become more diverse in this way. So that we can also discuss. I think the last topic I mentioned for this ritual, we can discuss how we can think about rotate the meeting chair. Okay, for this first item, so Pritesh, you will create a poll in the discussion, right?
Yep. And here is the link. Can I just share the link also? Yeah. I'll create a one. I mean, this is a link.
Okay.
.github repo. Yeah.
Okay. You already created that. Yeah,
I
this
didn't
one.
create it. It's just a report.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a
Yeah.
link.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the right place. It's a poll category. please also elaborate on the reasons that we want to cancel or keep this meeting. Yeah, we can attach the meeting notes to prove the participate rate or the attendance rate for the previous meetings.
Yep. Also, Thursday is a holiday in US, so probably we should cancel the Thursday's meeting for this week. It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah, I
that
think
for
so.
this
Yeah.
meeting, for this week.
Is there any procedure you follow to cancel the meeting, or just don't join it? How does it usually work?
If you are asking for cancel the whole series, we need to inform CNCF to cancel the meetings and remove the schedule from CNCF calendar, right? If you
Got
are
you.
meaning for canceling only one occurrence, for example, this Thursday's meeting due to the public holiday, we can send the notification in the Slack channel. It's quite simple.
Oh, okay. Got you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay. Yeah, so let's create the poll and vote for that. Then we can make a decision later and follow the process to inform CNCF. Okay, this is the first topic. Then we continue to the next one. The next one is V1.1 release. We need to have a new date. Our orange plan is actually last week. Previous week is the code freezing week, and this week actually I think tomorrow is our original plan for release 1.1. But currently, I think we are all aware of the current status. For sign up with data, we basically have the spec discussed and aligned. And last week, Rakesh mentioned there will be new guy join the Notary project working on this feature. And he also shared the estimated date is end of this year.
Yeah, I mean, yes, we are targeting end of this year, but I would say for release, let's target mid of Jan, just to provide some room.
I mean, mid of Jan, it's I mean that means we don't have any release by end of this year.
Yes, that's correct. I mean, we can do another release without this because end of December is what we are targeting, and it looks tight to me. Even if we do it, it would be last week, and probably everyone would be on holiday during last week. So it doesn't make a difference if you release during the last week of December or in mid of January, because most of the people will be on holiday.
So currently, my opinion is that currently we still have 1 week for November, and I would like to propose that we can have a release before the Christmas week, and at least some features here, right? So if we have any features completed by that date, we can start a release. I think we also discussed that the data release approach. I think maybe 2 months ago.
I
At
agree.
that time, I have a joke, but unfortunately, it became true. At that time, I mentioned that if unfortunately we don't have any features, we cannot release minor release, right? Minor release we need to have some features. So,
Yeah, I mean, if we have
yeah.
decent features, then yes. If we don't have it, then yeah, let's skip this quarter. Or like, yeah, I mean, We did talk about this. If we can have a major feature change, then yes. If it's just like 1 or 2 bug fixes, I would better avoid it because we released a patch fix this month, right? So
Yeah.
it won't help much.
Yeah, we have a patch to release. But by checking the time, I think we do have the time to release other features. For example, plugin management, since Patrick already have the PR out. So I see it's possible that before Christmas, we roughly have 3 or 4 weeks. So that I think it's reasonable. We can have this plugin management completed, and also for the error message improvements from Feynman, he already have some guidelines that he proposed, and we'll soon create a PR for that.
For the error message improvement, I had a draft PR created yesterday. I think I will need to have some detailed examples in that PR so we can well understand what we need to improve for the next milestone. Yeah, I think that is still controllable for this item.
Yeah. So the idea is that by looking at the scope, so if we can have the sign arbitrary data, plugin management, error message improvements, everything, then it's good. So if not, if we have some features, then we release it before end of this year, actually in this quarter. And we also, according to the scope, and also we decide to move the trust store and trust policy management to the next milestone. Although we did a small improvements, that is about the output of the notation cert command, but we have other planned work items. Those will be moved to 1.2. And for the sign local container images, we decided and we aligned and decided that we just needed to document the container D experience, and we don't need to do any coding work for the current experimental feature. So I think yeah, the proposal is before Christmas, maybe December 20. In the middle of the week, it's a Wednesday, that we can try to think about whether we can have all the features ready. If not, maybe if plugin management or error message improvements they are ready, we just ship the release, and we can move the sign up data to the next milestone.
Sounds good to me. Yeah. Let's sync up. So like we are saying, we will sync up in December, on December 15 again, and you call at that time whatever is ready. We will probably ship it. If it stays not significant chunk, we won't, right?
Do you mean that we sync this up next community meeting?
No,
Oh.
on the December 15th, we will sync up and figure it out, right?
Okay, December 15 is I think it's Friday. Let
Okay,
me check. So maybe 12th. No, 11th. Yeah, is our community meeting. Okay, so we check the status on December 11, and our new target date is December 20th. Is that okay?
Yep.
Yeah, basically,
let's decide on 10th. Yes, I agree there.
Yeah, basically, according to our practice in previous planning, it is 1 week before as the code freezing, right? So we check the status on December 11, and we targeting December 20th to 1.1 release. Yeah, and the scope is as I described, the top 3 features. So any features we complete it, we ship it. Okay. let me take a note. Which date? 11. Okay. Okay, then we aligned the date and we have the scope. And for these features, anything else we want to discuss in this meeting? Pritesh or Feynman, do you see anything you need to, any major comments you want to discuss?
Pritesh, anything from your side?
Nope. I think Rakesh is saying he doesn't have anything, so yeah.
Yeah, I also expect that Rakesh can see whether any major blog comments. I think from last week we basically align every major comments. So it's just about who will start working on the implementation and also when it can be done. Okay, so Pritesh, maybe you can check with Rakesh offline.
Will do.
Feynman, please.
Yeah, I was thinking to talk about the plugin spec management, but fortunately we Pritesh approved it just 2 hours ago, and I think that's the good news for us. We can continue work on the implementation, and now we aligned on the experience. And also, I would like to take the opportunity to appreciate Pritesh's very great work and maintenance in the Notary project. Yeah, a lot of PRs have been reviewed by Pritesh, and I received a lot of comments and good suggestions from Pritesh.
Yeah, I think not only for this PR, but also other work in the community as a maintainer, I think Pritesh did a very good job.
It's overqualified. I'd like to take, the Thanksgiving Day to thank Pritesh
Thanksgiving Day. Yeah. Okay. If nothing else for the second topic, we move on to the last one. Actually, last one, I expect more people for discussion, and recently, in recent committee meeting, I brought up this topic. Maybe this is the third time, so we still don't have the time aligned. So let me correct the date. So the idea is that we need to have a meeting regularly to do some retrospective and also looking forward. So let me correct this word. It should be date. So my plan is that we can have this meeting before end of the year. And the last time I discussed with Samuel that he thought that maybe we can do it in early December. So I propose the week after next week, the community meeting. We can have a special meeting focusing on the respective and also the outlook for Notary project. And the topics I think we can do is we will do a regular project health check. So so you know that we previously payment submit this annual review, but that annual review is not mandatory for incubating projects. So, but anyway, from the community point of view, we need to have a regular project health check. The annual review is just a format that we submit and align with the CNCF. I mean, if we don't do that from our own community, we should also regularly review our project health. The health including the adoption, customer adoptions, user adoptions. We can think about how we can measure that, and we can continue tracking that regularly. And also some governance related to work that we need to refresh, for example, the maintenance. And we know that, for example, Wani, she didn't join this community several months. And we also have some other updates on the maintenance. So it will be also a good, we can have regular meeting to review the maintenance status and also onboarding new maintainers to the project. This is also another thing about to grow the community. And also some other things based on the review results of the CNCF annual review. We have some good feedback from the TOC member. We can also discuss those feedback and think about how we can continue to improve. This is one topic about the project health. And we also need to, another topic is related to the releases and also our long-term investment. So previously we track all the roadmap icons in the roadmap repo, but we decided not to use that roadmap repository for tracking the work items. We can do that in either in the separate repo, or for some specification work we track it in the specifications repository. So so the second topic is about that we have some existing roadmap items, some big items like timestamping, like tag signing. Those are already in the roadmap repository. We needed to review those work items to think about the time and also how and also the specification work related to those big features. Besides that, since we released the notation V1, right? We could receive customers' feedback from different channels. For example, we have published some documents in the cloud provider website, and also from AWS side, release of AWS Signer. I think there could be some customer feedbacks, and also recently we received some feedback or comments from the KubeCon. I think Toddy, when he joined next week, he may share more information. So there will be some something we need to discuss from long term, and we can think about how we can plan those work items accordingly, and based on customer feedback, and also based on different priorities. So those are the two topics that I think it's important to discuss in that meeting. But there could be others, so I would like to hear comments from Pritesh or Samuel. any other things you think we can discuss in the meeting? I think if we have too many things to discuss, maybe we can do it 2 times if it is important. Pradesh or any other participants, do you have any comments?
Sorry, were you asking specific comments like we want to discuss, like we want to do a retro for this, right?
Yeah, Rachel and I list the topics. Do you see any other things you would like to discuss in the retro meeting?
Nope. I think they're all the good topics. I don't have anything else.
Yeah, and from the long-term investments, I remember we have one meeting that at that time, Samuel also joined. That Toddy also asked similar questions. We can think about any customers' feedbacks or comments or deal requirements. So maybe for the long-term investment, Pradesh, you or Samuel can help. From your side, you can do some preparation. So any features or any feedback you received from customer or users from your channel, you can prepare that list, and we can do it from our side, so that during that meeting we can put everything together and we can think about the priority and do a proper planning for it. Okay, yeah, I saw your thumbs up, so you agree with that.
Yep, I will pass the message to Samir.
Yeah. Yes, and since Notary project, we play a very critical role in the securing supply chain. So it's we can yeah, on the one side we should provide the best experience for our users, right? On the other side, we should provide the best security products. So it's security and user experience. We should cover both. And when we think about the long-term investments, we also should think about that, so we can provide the best security products with the best user experience. Okay, and from for the project health check, I have one question to Feynman. I know that we have some existing metrics, right? Provided or supported by the CNCF. So,
Correct.
And for the user adoptions, I think it is mainly on the metrics for the website, right? So is there any other way that we can collect the user adoption data? Previously, I think we do it in a manual way, right? We collect the information from the Slack, and also when we discuss with our customers. Is there other way that we can have some data for the adoption?
If you're asking for, are you asking for gather the adopter's name or just the download metrics?
Yeah, I think most important is the user adoption, right? So if customer adopt it, we can know that, and we can also approach to the users or customers for some stories that how they are using Notary project toolings.
I would say there's no automatic way to gather adopters, especially their information from the community. Since this is open source, we don't have telemetry to gather their customer information or user metrics. What we can do is to create a adopter list, such as adopters markdown that we created in the Notary project website, and tell users how can they submit their information and use cases to the adopter list. What we can do to gather metrics for the adoption is to gather how many users download the notation binaries from the GitHub release. Since the GitHub release statistics are visible to everyone, but we don't have a way to gather who are using this project. We need this is a passive operation, and it needs the willingness from the users who want to submit the information to us.
Okay, I think that we can work together. Before the meeting, we can prepare some metrics that are available that we can share to the community. And also, I know that you are preparing an adopter list in the website, right? We can also review that list during the meeting, so people can talk or add if any other user adopters we missed in that list. We can also discuss in that meeting. Yeah. Okay. I think that's or I want to discuss anything else. By the way, in the notes, Feynman mentioned that there are 5 PRs on the website, right? Yeah, I will take a look since I'm also a maintainer on the website. I will take a look.
Yeah, we really need special careness on the documentation and website repo. I mean, documentation related changes. Some of those are very tiny changes that we just need a few minutes to review and eventually approve.
Yeah, agree. Okay. Anything from anyone? If no, I think we can give back 16 minutes.
Sounds good?
Yeah, sounds
Okay.
good.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.